Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Skyblock Infinity Expertmode. So, last episode, I basically just added this, which is an endstone collector. These have all filled up, which is great. Problem is, we have a problem to begin with, which is this. It's full now, and I've had to stick a gate on this to shut it off. And I'm going to show you what happens when you don't have a gate on it and it just starts filling with dust. The problem being that once there's enough compressed dust in here, these auto compressors are just actually awful. They will still try to craft even if the last stack has reached maximum, and it'll just spit dust out everywhere. And it's been a nightmare to try and find a way to get it to shut down. Because here's the problem. What I thought I was going to do with this gate is measure this, right? Measure how much compressed sand is in the block. But the problem there is, you can see I'm getting a signal for contains less than 25% dust here, but if I do contains less than 75% dust, oh, there we go, it started spitting out into the everything. No, that's not a good example. Let's find an example, right? Items in inventory. No, that's not going to work either. Space in inventory contains less than 75%. Alright, that's fine. If I do compressed dust and put... Oh, I unpacked that for some reason. Put compressed dust in there. This doesn't light up. What I found out was the gates can't read the output buffer for this thing. So it can't actually even see the compressed dust in order to measure that. And that's just plain awful. And I can't, I've looked through here, what I was thinking about doing is using an RF item counter, which counts how much of an item a block contains, and I was hoping it would be smarter and be able to see this, so that I would be able to then send a redstone signal to this pipe, which would then shut it down, right? I'm just going to do that again, so it doesn't just fill my system with stuff that I don't want. Let's break that back into dust. So instead what I'm doing is I am creating a machine frame resonant, a resonant machine frame, so that I can make a crafter. Because the level 1 RF Tools crafter, or rather an RF Tools machine frame in general, requires a resonant machine frame. We're going to do that, and we're going to replace the auto compressor with a crafter, and hopefully that crafter that can then be appropriately read by a gate. Hopefully. Because what we want to achieve is being able to turn it off. I also know that a crafter, an RF crafter at least, in 1.8 plus, I don't know about 1.7, can take a redstone signal in order to shut it off when required, which this doesn't. You can't shut this down by redstone either. It has to be the pipe that you disable, not the block. That's frustrating. Anyway, I'm going to cut here. I'm going to wait for this to finish making because it takes a long time. All blue lasers, just lots and lots of lasers. And it takes a long, long time. That line has not even moved. And in fact, these buffers will end up running out before it finishes even one of them. But we only need one of them for now. Anyway, see you guys soon. Alright, that took a long time. I actually ended up running out of diesel. Because the base has been running pretty much non-stop because of this. And these are actually using a ridiculous amount of RF relative to our base's power output, just because of trying to fill these up. However, I have a crafter, a single crafter, and we're going to need 2 more, but just today we're going to focus on the 1, and we're probably going to then move on to our, finally, our endstone and netherrack destroyer. So we're going to break that. It gives me an inventory full of compressed sand. Put a crafter here, and I'm going to fill it with compressed sand. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to say remember, and that will mean that the dust is remembered in that slot, so that there will always be 1 slot free for normal dust. Okay, so then we do a recipe, apply, and that will make compressed dust. Awesome. And then we'll do, redstone mode ignored for now. Actually, if we do redstone mode off, off to activate, yes. So it'll be active now. And then we come into here and we say inventory full and disable pipe. No, redstone signal. This should try and put dust into the system. We should start seeing that soon. There it goes. And it will start converting that into dust. Now, I am in cheat mode for a reason, because I don't think this is really going to cause any problems, because I'm just thinking about cleaning up afterwards and how I'm not going to do it. Whoops, wrong one. Let's grab all this. I want to fill this up and see how well that goes. Why are you... Oh, I know why that's not going back in. Because we want to... we'll keep 1 item. No. Int will put the result of the crafting operation in the inventory instead of the output buffer. Okay? So now it's going to fill in here. Rather than go to the output buffer. Yep. Getting a little confused with myself here. So if I move you here, and you should shut off at some point. You should have shut off, but you're not. You can see this does not count as 1 and done. So what are you doing? You're going to just keep spitting things out, are you? Space in inventory contains less than 25% of that, which it doesn't. Okay. Which it doesn't. Space in inventory. Guess because that counts as space? Oh dear. Contains less. Redstone signal on. Alright. Redstone signal on. Disable pipe. Which is not. Redstone signal off, disable pipe. There we go. Now it's going to stop spitting things into my face. I'll put this dust back so I can work on this and think about how we're going to do it. Forget, remember. This is all stuff that was already flowing through the system when I turned it off. I don't think I can get you to output a redstone signal when you're full. This is quite frustrating. This particular problem is quite frustrating. Because I don't feel like there's a lot that I can do. And a lot of this is cheaty dust, so I'm going to throw it off the edge. Okay. Okay. So, thoughts and feelings. Let's get an unrouted pipe. Unrouted. Just one, and gate. I have 8 gates because you get 8 of each wire when you craft it. Okay, it does work on the side there, that's good. What the heck? Are you... what? I didn't order 2. Okay, something weird just happened there. Items in inventory. That is a positive signal, but we don't want items in inventory because it's too unspecific. Actually, hang on. Hang on. Can I specify? If there is compressed sand in the inventory, turn off. Oh, I might have found it. Okay, so, this. I could just disable the pipe, but I went to the trouble of setting the mode for this, so. No, that's not... I do have to disable the pipe, because otherwise the pipe will keep trying to send items in regardless of the state of things in here. Yeah, like that. So, if there is compressed dust in the inventory, which wasn't getting detected by this system, then it's going to turn off. Because we only need at least 1 compressed dust, right? At any one time, to get moved over to here. So we should be all good. And yes, I still haven't done anything with the yellorium or uranium. So these are going to slowly fill up. Okay, I think we've solved it. So we'd be doing the same thing for this one and this one down the line. It's going to take a long time for these to fill up though, because dust is only just filled up. And that was because I hurried it along. So I'll leave the other 2 running to do their thing, and that's mostly out of necessity of avoiding resonant machine frames. But there we go. That works just fine. And eventually this will all empty out until it's just dust in here and the occasional bit of compressed dust, because this will just turn off otherwise. Yay! Alright, so I'm going to gather the bits required for the netherrack system, and I'll be back. Okay, I think I have most of what I need in order to process this in my head without having to link it up to the logistics system. We're going to have 2 hammers. One's going to receive netherrack, the other's going to receive endstone. And then, once they get turned into their respective... come on, brain. Because they can now merge. Once you have the netherrack hammer, because they only have a space for 1 here, so we can only have... put it this way, if this had 2 slots here, I would be able to have them delivered on both systems, but we can't. But now we can merge them again, because they're both going to produce things which will sit separately in an auto compressor, which is the crushed draconic. If we just look up draconic, it'll show us. I think, if I'm not totally blind, endstone will be easier. No. Endstone. There's a space in it. Uses crush endstone, uses broken. There we go. Broken. So the broken stuff, the broken ardite, cobalt, draconium, and the draconium and gold, I think, or draconium and platinum, yeah, can come into the auto compressor, which will turn it into crushed. I think it's crushed. Doesn't matter. It'll combine them. It will combine them. So, that's why we do this now. Insert. And we'll put these on always active. always active. So that'll come into here. We'll have the crushed stuff all gathering up into here, and then we will put it back into a hammer. Hammer. And then we'll put it back into an auto compressor. I'm going to disable this one. Like that, and then that will go back into a hammer because that's sand by that point. And then once that's crushed in there, we finally have dust, so we actually need one more auto compressor. Those are easy to make though. Auto compressor. One. And that auto compressor will output to the rest of the system and get everything out of here. I think that's how that's going to go. We'll have to see. Because now I'm confused about whether I got this right. Make me that. Thank you. Third auto compressor. We need some power over here so that I can test this. Make sure I've actually got this right. So you go into here, you go in on green, you're going to be in and out, you're going to insert on green but extract on brown, always active, you're going to be in out, you're going to insert on brown and extract on blue and always active, you're going to in out, insert on blue and extract on purple. And then I need one more item conduit, for now anyway, which will be insert on purple. Okay? Good. Alright, now let's get some power over here so that we can test this thing. I'm going to be so lazy about this. Check this out. The laziest, just the laziest. HV. And one of you. You and you. Stick you right there. I will make this proper, I promise. There we go. Now everything has power, I think. Getting power here and here, here and here. Good. Let's grab some endstone to test with. Right. In you go. Smash me some endstone, please. That's doing crushed endstone. Oh, have I messed this up? Right, I have to sieve. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Save you all time, I have done this. Now, I'm going to create the journey of one thing, because this is going to take a long time to actually generate properly. So, once again, we're going to cheat. Because I fly like that, yo. Okay, so let's grab 4 of you. So you have just produced from the crushed endstone 4 broken draconium ore. Okay, 3 broken draconium ore. That's created 1 draconium stone, which has now gone into here. Or should have gone into there. Blue in on blue, yes. And then you went up to where? Purple, in on purple, out on thing. Uh-oh. What has happened? Where did it go? Crushed draconium ore. Extract on blue. Did I not turn you on? Always active. Extract on blue. I'm sending it to the wrong place. Duh. So this is why we test. Insert on. Go the other way. Blue. So that turned that into this, and now it's going to get stuck here, I think. Or not. Or not. Where'd you go? You went into here. We got draconium or dust, which needs one more. No, it's done. By the time it's dust, it's done. So we don't need you. And we do need you, I imagine, because you're the final destination. So, let's go through this again. 4 draconium is produced. Comes up to here, gets turned into 1 crushed draconium block. Comes down to here, gets hammered, gets turned into 4 draconium sand. What is the process here? You can get hammered into crushed draconium, which turns into a draconium ore sand. Yes, and that draconium ore sand goes to the hammer and gets turned into draconium ore dust, which comes up to the auto compressor as a block, which then can come out as a processed draconium ore. Okay, we should be good. I will delete that you, and I'll delete you. So this should be complete, I think. Let me run this over once more in my head, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I had 1 erroneous sieve. That's what was confusing me. We only need 1 sieve. We will only ever need 1 sieve for this build, because it's not this build. So, yay! We can now have draconium ore, eventually. As you can see, from 32 endstone, we only got 2 of each, officially. Well, we got 3 draconium and 2 platinum. I threw 1 of the draconium away. So let's just take a stack of endstone and get you started. And now we need to hook it up to the system. So I shall work on that. Alright, so our system should be ready to go, other than tidying up the power. I am actually going to be super rude about this and just do it like that. We've got a single bit of draconium ore, and yes, that one is actually legit. Cool. We've also had netherrack in here before. As you can see, it's processing netherrack at the moment. I'll need to speed this sieve up so that it can outpace these two, so that we'll have equal amounts of endstone and netherrack processed, rather than... Because what's going to keep happening here is that this crushed netherrack is just going to keep piling up, and it's never going to get back to endstone. Which is fine, actually, but draconium ore dust. So, we take the draconium ore dust, and where do we go with that? We go here, so that it can get turned into actual dust. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, you're going to make me break this, huh? Okay. Item sink. Oh, there's 1 spot. Isn't that nice? Cool. So, now, if I put this back in here, it should be sucked right out and go into the system to produce our first 2 draconium ore. Assuming this stuff actually does get processed, how I assume it does. And it won't have an appropriate destination if that is how it works, because I haven't set a destination for the result of draconium ore at all in the system. So, where is it? Is it not getting processed? Is it stuck in an item buffer somewhere? Yeah, okay. So, what do we do with draconium ore? I should have looked at this originally. You can hammer it into 2 draconium dust. Oh, you just have to make things so different, don't you? But it is 1 draconium ingot per, and so we'll be getting 2 draconium ore out of this. I feel like I should just put a hammer here, and put a filter for draconium dust, and have that come over here, as like it's a special little thing for draconium. So let me do that. Okay, so these item ducts should just be able to go here. And my servo. Bam. And ignored. This isn't going to get processed because it needs power. That's fine. I have enhanced energy conduits on me. So this gets power. It gets smashed into 2 draconium dust. Any second now. There we go. And gets moved off to this chest, which doesn't know what to do with it, or shouldn't know what to do with it. Wait a heckin' moment. Draconium. Uses. Is this 100%? Drop chance, 80%. Plus 10% on a luck bonus. So there is a chance I can just lose the draconium outright using this. That's not good. I can use an induction smelter with 2 of them, with 4 of them to make, no, it's still better using this. And I can put a fortune book in here to up the chances. So I think that's what we'll do. Draconium dust is still going to come through here. Yeah? Yep. How are we doing anyway? Just all netherrack at the moment. Yep. And it has a chance to output the 2 that we want, plus a 10% chance for extra, if I'm reading that right. If not, it's 80% chance for 1 and 10% chance for 2. It'll come here and then I'll be able to tell it to go over there and get smelted. Hooray! So, I think we've accomplished what we needed to accomplish this episode. Off episode, I am probably going to make that fortune book for this hammer. And I'll probably put some speed upgrades in it too. But that's about all I'll probably do off camera this time. Maybe some tidying up over here. Definitely some tidying up over here. Look at that. That's awful. And then we will continue on from there to our goal of a creative energy cell. That now we have draconium is a step closer. It will allow us to make draconium stuff, and that should speed up our rate of production anyway, because it'll give us a lot of access to easier means to accomplish certain tasks. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.